Poke. These traditional Korean rice cakes are made by steaming or pounding rice into a chewy dough, and they come in many forms depending on the occasion. Some are sweet, some are savory, and some are eaten during major holidays. Their variety and cultural importance make them one of the most famous rice cake traditions in the world. In Korea, rice cakes are deeply connected to celebrations, birthdays, weddings, and family gatherings. One of the most famous forms is tteokbokki, where chewy rice cakes are cooked in a spicy red sauce and sold as a beloved street food. Other versions are far more delicate, filled with sweet ingredients or decorated for ceremonies. What makes tteok especially interesting is how one single food can shift between comfort food, snack, dessert, and cultural symbol. Mochi. Originating in Japan, mochi is made from glutinous rice pounded until smooth and elastic, creating its famous stretchy texture. It is often filled with sweet red bean paste, fruit, cream, or modern additions like ice cream. Few rice cakes are as globally recognizable as mochi today. Traditionally, mochi making was a community event where hot rice was pounded rhythmically using wooden mallets, a process that required teamwork and precision. While modern machines now make production easier, mochi still carries that traditional identity. Its unusual texture is what makes it memorable, because for many first-time eaters, it feels unlike almost any other dessert. Nian Gao. This Chinese rice cake is made from glutinous rice flour and is especially associated with Lunar New Year celebrations. It can be sweet or savory, depending on the region, making it one of the more flexible rice cake traditions. Its name sounds similar to the phrase for higher year, symbolizing progress, success, and improvement in life. Because of that, it is often gifted or shared during the new year as a hopeful tradition. Some versions are soft and sticky enough to pull apart, while others are sliced and pan-fried until crispy outside and chewy inside. That contrast makes it both symbolic and genuinely enjoyable to eat. Idli. One of India's most well-known rice cakes, idli is made from fermented rice and lentil batter that is steamed until soft, airy, and sponge-like. Unlike the chewy rice cakes found in East Asia, idli is incredibly light and gentle in texture. It is usually served for breakfast with chutney and sambar, but in many households, it can be eaten at almost any time of day. Its fermentation process is important because it creates both the flavor and the signature fluffy texture. Idli may look very simple, but that simplicity is exactly why it has remained a daily staple for generations. It is comforting, filling, and widely considered one of the easiest foods to digest.
Pitha, a broad family of rice cakes from eastern India. Pitha includes many regional varieties that can be steamed, fried, or stuffed. They are commonly made during festivals and harvest celebrations, and they represent one of India's oldest rice-based food traditions. Some are filled with coconut and jaggery, while others are savory and served warm. Because pitha is actually a whole family rather than one single dish, it reflects how differently one basic ingredient, like rice, can be transformed across regions.
Bibingka. This Filipino rice cake is traditionally baked in banana leaves, giving it a unique aroma even before the first bite. It has a soft center, slightly charred edges, and toppings that can include butter, cheese, coconut, or salted egg. Bibingka is especially associated with Christmas season celebrations in the Philippines, making it much more than just a dessert. For many families, it is part of holiday tradition and memory. Its texture is somewhere between cake and pudding, softer than many Western-baked desserts. The banana leaf cooking method adds character that modern baking trays simply cannot fully recreate.
Lontong. Popular in Indonesia and Malaysia, lontong is a compressed rice cake made by boiling rice tightly wrapped in banana leaves. It is sliced and served with curries, satay, or vegetable dishes, acting more like a starch in a meal than a dessert. Unlike many other rice cakes that are eaten as sweets or snacks, lontong works almost like bread or rice served in a more compact form. Its simplicity makes it a practical everyday food, but its cultural presence keeps it significant.
Puffed rice cakes. These modern snack-style rice cakes are made by compressing puffed rice into light, crunchy discs. Unlike traditional rice cakes, they are dry and crisp, and they have become widely popular around the world as a packaged snack or low-calorie bread alternative. They represent a completely modern interpretation of the rice cake concept, focused more on convenience than tradition. While they may lack the ceremonial history of older rice cakes, they are probably the version many younger audiences encounter most often.